Child, you think you're crazy? I'll show you crazy. Try me, bitch.
2009, the air was definitely different back in 2009. We had amazing back-to-back releases from movies to video games like Avatar, Transformers, Harry Potter, Twilight, and of course, Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, along with Batman Arkham Asylum, Uncharted 2, Resident Evil 5, Left 4 Dead 2, and the masterpiece that is infamous, still waiting on a remake and remaster, Sucker Punch. But out of all those titles, there is one unique gem that left its mark for years to come. Obsessed. Beyonce. We all know who Beyonce is, one of the greatest musical artists of the 21st century, known for her powerhouse vocals, commanding stage presence. Obsessed is a 2009 psycho stalker film similar to the 1990 Fatal Attraction movie starring Queen Bee in a milk dud looking Idris Elba. I'm sorry, that was rude. This is a story about a batshit crazy woman who is so down bad for some dark chocolate that she terrorizes and tempts Idris Elba with some vanilla swirl, knowing he's a happily married man, eventually becoming obsessed.
Hit me.
That bitch is crazy.
Let's dive into the hot ass mess that is Obsessed.
She took my baby. Oh my God.
Idris Elba plays Derek Char.
You know it's bad when you taking someone's baby. Like, what are you thinking? Or is it that you're not thinking?
Who works for a finance company and lives with his wife Sharon, played by Beyonce, and their 2-year-old son Kyle. Derek is charming, kind, and well-liked at work, the kind of guy everyone gravitates toward. Before settling down, he had a bit of a reputation as a ladies' man, which ironically is how he ended up meeting Sharon in the first place. Sharon. Why did they name Beyonce's character Sharon? No offense to the Sharons of the world. Things take a turn when he meets Lisa, played by Ali Lauder. I am definitely saying this woman's last name wrong. A new temp at the office. They exchange a few polite words, maybe a glance or two, nothing out of the ordinary. At least that's how Derek sees it. Lisa, on the other hand, reads way more into the interaction. From that brief encounter alone, Lisa is salivating at the mouth for some Hershey dark chocolate. For some reason, Lisa believes Derek is flirting with her when all he did was just make simple conversation and help her pick up her papers because she is such a klutz and has butterfingers. Meanwhile, Derek barely thinks twice about it aside from noticing that she's attractive. Something pretty much everyone in the office also picks up on.
Whose legs are those? Never seen them before.
If it wasn't obvious, Lisa is down bad for Derek, and she's only known this man for a few hours. And her obsession escalates quickly. She starts Googling Derek, staring longingly at this goofy ass picture of him. She begins looking into Derek's personal life and even eavesdropping on private conversations between him and Sharon. Originally, Lisa is only supposed to be at the company.
I will say this. If you are working for someone, it's okay to look up, they role in a company and what all they achieve. I think that's okay. I think she just does too much and maybe she's looking up things in a different way. But I would say to anybody, any job you are trying to get, anybody you're trying to work for, I would look up the company and read up on it. I'm just saying. But in her situation here, could be issues. That is crazy.
For a short while, but Lisa, fiending for that hairless milk dud, manages to extend her stay, conveniently positioning herself closer to Derek by becoming his assistant. I think Lisa did something to the other assistants. As another day passes, she gives Derek a memo about the company's upcoming Christmas party scheduled for that Friday. It's a work tradition that spouses aren't invited, something Lisa finds very interesting. At work, she quickly proves that she's too efficient at what she does.
Most of the temps we get here, they're like,
I think you'll find I'm not your typical temp.
Meanwhile, Sharon hears about the new temp, and considering how Derek managed to snatch her up, she decides to stop by the office. Call it curiosity, call it instinct, either way, she's not about to sit back and ignore it. Lisa strolls in and meets Sharon and the baby, and you can tell that Sharon is getting some type of bad energy, that something is clearly wrong with Lisa, but she keeps it pleasant considering that Lisa is a temp and won't be there for long, so there's no reason to turn nothing into something.
I think Sharon is like that because that's how she met her husband. So now, even if no matter how innocent someone is, I think when you go to your husband's job and someone had your permission before you became his wife, you probably gonna think something because obviously you can't say he haven't done it before because look where you met him. Just so
Something.
I
But
think
of
she's
course, this is a
always
psycho
gonna
stalker
be the
film, and
one.
Lisa is already cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She starts lingering around Derek's desk, going through his CDs, and even makes him a mixtape based on his collection like she knows him for years instead of days, and somehow she's still around? I don't
Yeah,
think she got
she
the
doing
message that
too
she's a
much.
temp, and for anyone confused on what a temp is a temporary employee. I'm sure there was someone who thought temp was short for temptation or temptress. While on lunch break,
I hope
Derek
no
finds
one
Lisa
thought that.
crying and that she's having boyfriend trouble. Derek, being the sweet man that he is, comforts Lisa, gives her advice that not all men are trash, you'll find the right one that'll drive you crazy in love, make your heart skip a beat. Nothing too forward or inappropriate, but Derek says something that a crazy person like Lisa would definitely misinterpret.
You're a bright, attractive woman. Any man would be lucky to have you. If I were single.
Stop!
No, I don't think he should say that. I don't. He don't have to say that. He's a married man. He don't have to tell women, "Hey, if I was single, you don't. You said enough. You said enough. She's bright and she's attractive. You don't really have to say that as a married man. You just say, hey, I'm sure someone's out there for you. Thumbs up."
But you're not. You're married to Beyonce. As a married man, no statement should start with,
If I were single.
that right
No,
there was his
no.
mistake. It gave her the green light to pursue Derek even further into a delusional
No.
fantasy that, oh, he wants to cheat. He wants to be with me, have an affair, stain the walls white with our love. No! Derek was trying to be compassionate and understanding, just like a boss should be with his
Yeah, but
employees.
still some
However,
things you
Lisa,
just
who is
don't
mentally
say.
unstable, takes what
And
he
of
says
course,
far too
she's
personally and
mentally
deeply. When it's
unstable,
obvious
but
that he has no
still,
feelings
you
for her.
still
Like
should
Michael
watch
B.
what you
Jordan once
say.
said, not every man who is nice to you is flirting with you. Some
That's
mothers
true.
raise their children to be a gentleman. Just because a guy is showing
And
you
not every
genuine
woman that-
kindness and concern doesn't
Nice
mean he
to
wants
a
to jump
man
your
is
bones.
flirting with
It's
them.
now the day of the Christmas party with no spouses, and Derek is chilling at the bar doing his thing, and coincidentally at the same bar is Becky with the good hair when she orders him a drink.
How dirty do you want it?
Make it filthy.
Derek, on the other hand, declines, saying like, oh, if I drink, I'm gonna get hella lit. And Derek does get lit. So lit to the point, he takes a drink of tequila from Lisa and starts dancing with her? While Lisa was trying to grind herself on Derek, they both end up under the mistletoe. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, oh, he's gonna kiss Lisa and have an affair. You'd be wrong. Despite being under the influence, Derek tells her, nah, I'm good, gotta get back to my wife and kid. Derek heads
That's
off
right,
to the
Derek
bathroom to take
said
a
he
wax, and
wasn't
here
that
comes
much under
Lisa's delusional,
influence.
unstable ass, stroking his milk dud head with a mistletoe, talking about some
I like you, and I want you.
Oh my
Now we can
goodness.
do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way.
Oh,
The choice is yours.
and tries to give Derek some sloppy toppy on her knees, try to undress this man. I'm just like, Lisa, girl, if you don't get up, dick is in abundance. There is no schlong in the world where it's worth catching a sexual assault charge. Derek, who is horrified, is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the hell off me. In the amount of times Derek says stop and no to Lisa, but Lisa, ignoring his words, continues to violate and assault him.
that's so weird. I wouldn't even want a guy that's pushing me off for one thing. So how is this a turn on? Like he's pushing you away. Why would you want that? Like, go away. I mean, you a weirdo.
Derek rightfully panics and realizes they have to be quiet since someone else entered the bathroom, and the last thing he needs is his colleagues to hear or see him in this compromising position with a woman who is not his wife. Derek manages to fight off Lisa and dip out of there, with Lisa following, confused as to why this beautiful hunk of a man won't ravish her. Oh, I don't know, Lisa, maybe because he's happily married? And I feel like when this movie first came out in 2009, a lot of people really glossed over the fact that Lisa assaulted Derek because for some reason in society, it's puzzling for some people that a woman can sexually harass and assault a man as if that's
No,
impossible. While most
it's not
sex-related
impossible.
crimes are done by men, there are plenty of instances where
It's
women are the culprit. Oh my god,
yeah,
can you guys
it's
imagine?
women out here. It was this guy. I can't think of his name from Power. Um, TV series. It stars TV series for those of you who don't know. I think he did like a live, and he was, and someone's sister grabbed his, and it's like, what? What? I think he sued them, or it was talks about it. Don't hold me for this, but I think he tried to sue or something, or it was about he was thinking about it, or it talks surely. I don't know. That was so disgusting because how do you grab someone you don't know like that? Like, how do you just do that? And she got met him just that one time, or just during that little time when he was alive. I'm not finding no justification for it. It's like if you gonna do something like that, that seems like you grab your boyfriend. That's something you do. Kind of like the man that's well, a lot of men be doing it and they be strangers. But it's kind of like the man that, slaps his wife on her butt, they married. We get it. She's mostly gonna laugh or giggle about it. But to go up to a stranger or somebody you don't have that type of relationship with and just grab, yeah. It's women out here that do stuff like that. I don't understand it.
Imagine if this movie came out in 2026? Because if you really think about the premise of the movie, it's about a blonde, blue-eyed white woman throwing herself at a dark-skinned, 6'2" tall black man, and the said black man is rejecting her repeatedly. Oh, Twitter and TikTok would have been a cluster. Also, I noticed a lot of people blaming Derek, saying he led her on. Derek is consistently professional and friendly. He's kind, yes, but kindness isn't flirtation. He's not making
I don't.
promises, not
I
escalating
still
things,
go
and not
back. I
pursuing
don't
her in
like
a
that he
romantic
said
way.
it.
At
That
most, there are
just
brief,
about
neutral
shit,
interactions
but I
that could
don't
be
think no
misread by
married man
someone.
should be
We
saying
need to
that.
understand that attraction
If I
is not
wasn't
consent,
married,
and basic kindness is not invitation. So when Blondie trapped Derek in that stall, he's not participating, not encouraging anything, and explicitly resisting. If the roles were reversed, there's no question it'd be recognized as sexual assault, harassment, and rape immediately. So it really opens people's eyes and how it hits differently when you consider how gender can shape audience perception. For Derek, in that moment, he's not just reacting as a husband trying to protect his marriage, but as a man in a vulnerable position where the fear of being accused and not believed in this scenario, especially as a black man, is real. Back to Derek, who is shaken up by what happened, heads home. He lies in bed with Sharon, who asks him, did anything interesting happen at the party? He says, nah, nothing at all,
no,
just,
I think he
regular
should have
Christmas stuff.
told her right
And
then
that's
and
where
there.
things went wrong.
That's what
The
I
more
don't
he
like.
tried to hide
Tell
it and pretend it wasn't happening,
if you my man, tell me, go on, tell me and let me know, because if I find out on my own, it's gonna be like, now why should I listen to you now? You had a chance to tell me before this person told me. So how do I know what to believe if I can get my words out? Like, that's, some people would do things or not do things they should do, and the thing that he should have did was went on and told his wife, or I'd be even nicer to him. Okay, that happened. That was a lot for him. It was late. He said that first thing in the morning on the coffee, breakfast, whatever they had going on. He should have said, when you asked me, was it anything to tell me or whatever, or anything that happened? I didn't want to say anything last night, but I'm saying it now. That's okay. I let that pass because it's only a little few hours passed by. You know, now we on up in the morning. Now you tell me I let that pass.
The worse it got. It's the next day at work, and Lisa acts as if everything that happened last night was a one-time drunken mishap. You would think from Derek's behavior and him rejecting her, she would take the hint and stop.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Lisa hops in Derek's car wearing this stalker trench coat.
I owe you an apology for the Christmas party.
So let's just forget about it.
What if I can't?
Ma'am, you should.
And she opens up her coat, flashing him.
Get out of my car right now.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you always lock the door as soon as you get in the car. Also, I'm sitting here questioning why. What was she expecting that revealing herself wearing granny knitted panties was gonna make?
I will say this before they say you're supposed to check the back seat. So maybe check the back seat first and then lock doors.
Derek clap her cheeks.
Listen.
Derek mad as hell tells her to get the fuck out of my car, and Lisa doesn't handle it well. You're throwing me out of your car? Me? Fine vanilla shit, you monkey jigaboo? Derek returns home and he's at his breaking point where he needs to tell his wife what's going on, but unfortunately for him, when he goes to tell Sharon about delusional ass Lisa, he stops because Sharon just got off the phone with her sister and that her husband was cheating on her with a woman for work and left her alone with her 3 kids. And Derek decides, yeah, let me just keep this to myself. And I'm sure a lot of you are confused as to why Derek didn't tell Sharon, let alone HR, on what happened with Lisa. It's very simple, but sadly tragic. One, who would believe him? It's hard for some people to even process what happened to Derek because the idea of a beautiful woman being the aggressor is impossible. She's so attractive and non-threatening. And two, if Derek were to say out loud that he was assaulted, he would feel embarrassed to admit that, which is sadly the case for a lot of men, not to mention being shamed by other men that tell them what happened to you wasn't sexual assault. You should be happy that a baddie like Lisa even looked your way, let alone shown interest. Ew. Just ew. The next day, Derek goes to a male coworker about his problem with Lisa and files a complaint against her. But it seems like the universe felt bad for Derek because Lisa quit. She packed up her shit, is no longer in the office.
And good riddance!
Since Lisa is now gone, Derek sees no reason to file the complaint or go to HR about her erratic behavior. So everything is back to normal. Derek spends a happy Christmas with his family, and just when you think the coast is clear, Lisa in her Joe Goldberg era sends him flirtatious selfies for the new year. It's just, why send him the same picture? She could have spiced it up a little. Also, why is she wearing a fedora with pearls? 2009 ass picture. The situation itself isn't hilarious, but her email is temp girl. So surprise, surprise, Lisa is still around. We're only halfway through the Psycho Soccer film. Lisa decides to rage bait Derek, sending him a menacing smiley face with his dramatic ass music playing in the background. Derek, along with his colleagues, visit a resort for a conference, and guys, you will not believe who shows up.
Wait, I think Kyle wants to say goodnight.
Okay, serious question. Was Lisa just lingering in the shadows hoping that Derek will pass by? She goes on to tell him that I quit my job so we can be together. And seeing that throwing free kitty kitty meow meow purr purr ain't working, she pulls Bill Cosby and drugs him. Never, ever, ever turn your back from your drink. That includes soda, juice, and water as well, because all it takes is a second.
Yeah.
Just a second. And next thing you know, you're incapacitated and at the mercy of someone with ill intentions. And Lisa intends to give him free kitty whether he likes it or not. Even when drugged, he still said no. Seriously, it's not that hard. Man or woman, no means no. Why is that so hard to understand? Derek wakes up late for his meeting the next morning, and Lisa Cosby tells the front desk that Derek is her husband and she wishes to speak with him. Derek leaves the meeting confused, expecting to see his wife Sharon, but instead it's crazy-ass Lisa.
Don't you put this all on me, Derek. We both knew what we were getting into from the very beginning.
What?
Nice.
First time we met in the elevator, our dirty martini.
World.
The Christmas party. You even
like
said
in her
that you
own
wish
world.
that you were single so that we could be together.
Flashback.
Shouldn't have
Any man
said it.
would be lucky to have you. If I were single.
Shouldn't
If
say
I were
it.
single. If I were single.
You shouldn't say that. I don't think no man, whether you personally stable or unstable, no man meant to say that.
Derek, for the 100th time, begs Lisa to
Like,
leave him
and
alone. And instead of
and it
listening,
was
she
other
wants to be
things
hard-headed
that
and goes to
Derek did that I don't like. Dancing with another woman. You can tell if you watch the movie, even that little clip that you seen when Sharon, Beyonce, in the office, she wouldn't went for Derek dancing with another woman. Like, no. Oh, he shouldn't have been dancing with another woman. And if you know you're not gonna do it in front of your wife, don't do it behind her back. It was like he was spending a little bit too much time with her. It was just a lot of stuff that, and I'm not trying to put everything on him because it's not. She is clearly not right. But it was things as a taken man that he should have done and steps he should have taken.
his hotel room naked and takes a bunch of pills trying to self-exit. All this because a man rejected you? It can never be that serious. And for anyone who is confused on the pacing and the timing that all of this is going on, everything from meeting in the elevator, assaulting him in the bathroom, flashing him in the car, drugging his drink, and taking pills to off herself, all of this happened in the span of 2 weeks. I'm not lying. Derek saves Lisa and calls the ambulance and is seen later in the hospital. Meanwhile, back with Sharon, she calls his co-worker since she hasn't heard from him in a while, with the co-worker being vague that something happened to Derek. Sharon rushes to the hospital and this awful, just god-awful detective comes to question Derek about his relationship with crazy-ass Lisa. Sharon, who knows nothing, eventually discovers everything and crashes out that her husband withheld the truth and wasn't honest with her.
She was naked in your hotel room?
Please.
What? What, Derek?
Yeah.
What? What do you want?
The director told Beyonce, imagine it's Jay. The only thing missing from this scene is Solange pulling up, but back to the detective. She was just terrible.
Look, I don't care if you're doing this, girl, or not.
What a professional detective. She could have worded it differently. She was also being petty and messy as hell. She kept saying the word affair and making it seem like they were sleeping together after he repeatedly said he wasn't. Like, throughout the rest of the movie, the detective isn't much help and completely useless.
Get your ass out
And go where, Sharon?
to hell! But until then, I suggest maybe the Four Seasons.
Brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same.
We have an update on Lisa Cosby, who wakes up in a hospital, and the useless-ass detective comes to take her statement and understand her side of the story. And the detective isn't completely incompetent as she feels something ain't right with Lisa. Back at work, Derek is getting a scolding of a lifetime how Lisa can sue for sexual harassment. Useless detective arrives at Derek's office to give him Lisa's journal that has rated R explicit details of all the hot, steamy sex they definitely did not have. Speaking of Lisa, her sister takes her to San Francisco, and that's it.
Fantasy book. What is that? Yeah, a fantasy diary.
3 months has passed, and with Lisa out of the picture, Derek focuses on fixing his relationship with Sharon.
Sharon, you're gonna make me spend my birthday alone.
Why he gave her that Usopp lip bite stare. Derek and Sharon reconcile over a birthday dinner. While they are out, Lisa comes back. Damn, bitch, can you take a hit and leave these people alone? And tricks the babysitter into letting her inside the house to visit Kyle and ends up kidnapping the baby. They return home to find Kyle missing.
She took my baby. Oh my God.
I love Beyonce. She is too funny. She took my baby. I know this is a serious moment, but her voice sounded like she was more shocked than scared. The audacity to take a woman's child. They soon find Kyle in the backseat of the car with red lipstick on his forehead. I believe the babysitter was fired after this. And we get to the scene that changed a generation. A quote that we all repeat at least twice a year for shits and giggles.
Touched my child? You think you're crazy? I'll show you crazy. Try me, bitch.
Whoever wrote this gem of a line, you deserve all the love in the world and more. After leaving that threatening voicemail to Lisa, the couple gets a security system. Lisa learns that Derek and Sharon will go out of town for a few days. How does she know? Thanks to Derek's assistant. Why are we putting people's business out in the air? With Sharon leaving in the afternoon and Derek the next day. While Sharon is on her way to pick up Kyle, she realizes she forgot to set the alarm system and returns home. At the same time, Becky with the good hair breaks into the house wearing Derek's jersey, placing rose petals on the floor and mattress laying up in their bed. We have reached peak delusional insanity.
Yeah,
and now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all been waiting for, Beyonce beats the living shit out of Lisa. That ass whooping was long overdue. This fight scene was the highlight of the entire movie. Beyonce versus Lisa Cosby, place your bets. And they were scrapping. In the middle of the struggle, Derek calls the phone and Lisa rushes over to answer, only for Beyonce to snatch the phone out of her hand and headbutt that Derek, I'ma call you back. Beyonce throws her body like a rag doll, slamming Lisa to every wall and corner, talking mad shit to Blondie.
Come here. Didn't I tell you not to come to my house? Damn! Nobody touches my child.
But Lisa, powered by getting that delicious man meat no matter what, elbows Beyonce for putting her in a chokehold. The stage moves to the attic, using a piece of wood to repeatedly deal damage to Beeb. And we get this perfect zoom in of Beyonce fighting in heel boots. I know that's right. Beyonce notices a weak spot in the attic floor where Lisa falls through. And this is where I side-eye Beeb, because this is the woman who was tormenting, assaulted, falsely accused your husband, kidnapped your baby. Why are you trying to save her? Beyonce better than me. I would have dropped her. And even if I did want to save Lisa, I don't have the upper body strength to do so. Lisa, with her dumbass, instead of using this as a chance to get up, tries to pull Beyonce down with her, using the mentality of, if I can't have Derek, no one can. And Beyonce acts shocked. Oh, you crazy bitch, you're actually trying to kill me. Beyonce loses her grip and Lisa plummets onto the glass table below and dies. Roll credits.
Take me to the king.
Oh my goodness.
Girl, I thought they were trying to set up a sequel bait, and that's basically the end of the movie. I thought it would be good to talk about Obsessed since it came out in April 2009, making it 17 years old. Beyonce did her thing, Idris Elba never shave again, and please, please, be careful on who you interact with at work because they might be a crazy ass. And as always, don't forget to like, comment,